Pour me a double coffee with a lean, feeling like I Christian Heat. Gucci man in the rest when they caught me a feed. I just pulled up with a team, yeah. I Christian Heat, you know that money is what we gon' be, yeah. Well, popping up on the screen, I fuck your bitch and she sippin' that lean, yeah. Well, I Christian Heat, I Christian Highs, I Christian Heat, yeah. Whoa, we getting money to double couple, they rating that shit, and I spend me on fiend.
Antonio Brown's attorney is trying to get this second-degree attempted murder charge thrown out on the basis of Florida's Stand Your Ground law. He says Brown acted in self-defense during this altercation with a man who he says has a documented violent history toward Brown. Now we are getting a look at this fight and the gunshots that started it all. This happened outside of an underground boxing match in Little Haiti. In the final minutes of May 16th, 2025, we see in this newly released surveillance video Antonio Brown punch a man. A fight breaks out, multiple people get involved, becoming 3-on-1 against the man. Security eventually breaks it up, Brown seen kicking the security guard. We see that man come into view of this other surveillance camera right after. It's 11:55 p.m. It's at this moment Brown allegedly gets a gun from this car in the corner. As the man gets pushed out, Brown jogs over with what authorities say is a gun in his hand, goes around the corner. And at 11:56, you see people react to gunshots being fired. Brown walks back in at 11:57, followed by security with their weapons drawn. He's walked out at 11:58 p.m. in handcuffs.
You're not under arrest, you're detained. I'm not going to tell you again, all right?
In police body camera video, Brown is heard saying he's cut up from being pulled by security and that he did nothing wrong.
I did nothing, brother. Why are you taking? Okay.
You're not under arrest, you're detained. I'm not going to tell you again, all right?
I can't fit in here by my life.
Now, Brown was not arrested that night because police said they could not locate a victim. The arrest warrant ended up being issued the next month in June as Brown was in Dubai. U.S. Marshals eventually took him into custody overseas and brought him back to Miami-Dade. He was released on bond from TGK back in mid-November. He was told he had to wear an ankle monitor and to stay away from the man he fought, according to the arrest warrant, that is Zulkarnain Kwame Ntambu. And he claims that bullet allegedly fired by Brown grazed his neck. Well, Brown's attorney is reiterating Ntambu has a history of attacking Brown and intended to attack again on that night last May.
After a celebrity boxing match in Miami, that's where former NFL star Antonio Brown is accused of shooting a man. It's after a scuffle here, so we want you to pay attention to the center of your screen. You see Brown with a group of people when a man dressed in black approaches. There's a brief exchange, and it appears that Brown takes that first swing. And then at least two other people join in on that scuffle right there, and security tries to break it up. Well, at one point, Brown kicks at a security guard. And then Brown goes behind this SUV, and then you see him come around the side of that SUV, and it appears that he pulls out a gun and then runs toward the alleged victim. Brown is charged with attempted second-degree murder with a firearm. The alleged victim told investigators that one of the bullets grazed his neck. Brown faces up to 30 years in prison if convicted. Last month, his attorney asked a judge to dismiss the case, citing Florida's Stand Your Ground law. The attorney argued that Brown believed the alleged victim intended to cause him serious harm. The next hearing is scheduled for April.
Antonio Brown, you are cooked. I'm in the airport right now, but you cooked. You cooked, bro. You cooked. Not only were you the aggressor, but you went and got a firearm on camera, right? I know I'm like literally in the fucking airport right now. You went and got a firearm, and you came back, and you, how you call it, aggravated the situation. You know what I mean? What my nigga King Try say, you're going to jail. You're going to jail tonight. You're going to jail, bro. And there could have been some ops. It could have been oppositions. But, damn, look at them plans. It could have been oppositions, but even after this shit was over, you came back. Antonio Brown, your ass is cooked, my boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. There could have been oppositions you seen, and then you pleading, stand your ground and all this type of shit. Bro, you went back a second time with the blicky. You did. I'm gonna show y'all this motherfucking packed as a motherfucking this bitch, you hear me? But yeah, man, it's not looking good for your boy Antonio Brown. I'm just gonna get my prediction. He's not gonna get 30 years, he's facing 30, but they might hit him with a nice 5-er, 3 to 5-er. I ain't gonna lie. But he been out of his mind since he quit football. I don't know why that nigga quit football. He quit football to become a rapper and then caught a goddamn charge. Kids, take a lesson. Gun safety, and you got to know when to use your gun, and you got to know if he didn't use the gun, only if he didn't go back and get that gun. Only if he didn't go back and get that gun, it'll just be an assault charge or damn, who baby is that? It'll be an assault charge. But you went back and chose to get your goddamn gun, and you're going to jail. Shout out King Charles. You're going to jail tonight. Damn, Antonio Brown. Y'all let me know what you think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell now.